out here now. Nothing's for sure. We're just casting people here.
The best artists successfully merge word and sound to create a unique expression of the human soul, whether with lyrics, the strum of a guitar, or the beat of a drum. Few have done it as successfully as the great American folk artist Bob Dylan. With a storied career that dates back to 1959, the maturity of Dylan's music parallels America's history. His stories range from explaining the complexity of human nature to protesting inequalities and injustices worldwide during the 20th century. Truly, he developed the singer-songwriter genre. Moreover, Dylan's music is an excellent example of poetry in action. He was never ashamed to tell his life story in raw, unfiltered language. His creativity and mastery of language, coupled with catchy guitar and harmonica notes, captivated audiences. The world loved and respected him for it. Poetry was an inspiration for him, and his thoughtful writing distinguished him from other artists. Here are some facts about Bob Dylan that might inspire you on your own poetic journey. Bob Dylan was born Robert Allen Zimmerman on May 24, 1941, in Duluth, Minnesota. During his upbringing, Zimmerman learned how to play the guitar and harmonica at an early age and formed the rock and roll band Golden Chords in high school. The name Bob Dylan surfaced while he was a student at the University of Minnesota, Minneapolis, inspired by the poet Dylan Thomas. In January 1961, Dylan moved from Minneapolis to New York City to pursue his dream of becoming a professional musician. That fall, he attracted attention from the New York Times and Columbia Records. When the record company wanted to sign him, he was only 20 years old, a minor, requiring a parent to sign the contract. Dylan had John Hammond, the representative from Columbia who discovered him, claim he was an orphan to bypass the need for parental signatures. Dylan is hailed as one of the best poets of the modern age. His words struck a chord during the 1960s, a tumultuous time in American history. Songs like Masters of War, Blowin' in the Wind, and Like a Rolling Stone voiced the opinions of many Americans protesting the government's responses to civil issues. His poetry challenged contemporary American society, earning him a spot with folk artist Joan Baez at the March on Washington on August 28, 1963. Despite winning 10 Grammy Awards, Bob Dylan has never had a #1 hit on the Billboard top charts. The closest he came was with Like a Rolling Stone and Rainy Day Women No. 12 and 35, which both peaked at second place in 1965 and 1966, respectively. A cover of one of his songs by the Byrds did, however, reach the top spot. Following his British tour in July 1966, Dylan suffered a serious motorcycle accident outside his home in Woodstock, New York. This incident proved to be a turning point in his career. During his recovery, Dylan and his band, the band, recorded hundreds of songs and demos known as the Basement Tapes, released by Columbia Records in 1975. The songs indicated a shift in Dylan's writing, becoming more direct. In 1965, Dylan performed at the Newport Music Festival, debuting his electric guitar to an audience accustomed to his acoustic sound. Fans booed him off the stage. This experience exemplifies the importance of pushing oneself to explore new heights, even if it means facing initial disapproval. As a college student, Dylan listened to blues greats like Muddy Waters. He attributes his later blues sound to these early influences. Other musical influences included Howlin' Wolf, Hank Williams, Woody Guthrie, and Chuck Berry. Poetically, he was influenced by French symbolist Arthur Rimbaud, who helped Dylan master his vision poetry. Susie Rotolo, Dylan's love from 1961 to 1964, inspired many of his songs about love, anger, and self-reflection. His song Don't Think Twice, It's All Right is a clear example of Rotolo's influence, showcasing Dylan's emotional honesty. Since 1964, Dylan has sold over 100 million records, making him one of the most successful musical artists of all time. In addition to his Grammy Awards, he has a Golden Globe, an Academy Award, and has authored a book, Tarantula. In 1979, Dylan announced he was a born-again Christian. His platinum album Slow Train Coming reflects this phase of his life. Dylan's spiritual journey reminds us to seek understanding and truth in our writing. Bob Dylan won the Pulitzer Prize in 2008 for his profound impact on popular music and American culture. In 2016, he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature. Dylan exemplified what it means to tell your story well and often, creating a legacy of using poetry to impact the world.